Squeaky birds. The birds are crazy this morning. Must mean it's a good day. Guten Tag. Good morning. How are we doing? How are we doing this fine day? Jowly. That's me. How do you feel? Any more pain? Still in pain, but it's tolerable today. I don't know. It's every day, you know. I'm okay for now. Oh, baby. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, way too cold. I woke up at 4:30 this morning, like bing. And so I got up for like 20 minutes or something, forced myself to lay back down. Wow. But Dinor was not happy about how cold it was outside when I came out here to have a smoke in the morning. He was very, very much not wanting to be out in the cold.
He didn't have to.
Try to convince myself to walk to the gym again. It's probably, I mean, just the walk to the gym is your good, like, wake up, your warm up, you know. I'm curious what you think of Derek Jensen's critics. They call him a hypocrite. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have critiques of Derek Jensen's positions of my own. I don't really find myself swimming in the sea of criticism and critique of Derek Jensen's positions. I kind of make my own mind up. I don't necessarily like his position on trans people. I don't necessarily like his position on queer people, even though he is one, technically. I don't know.
As for hypocrisy, everyone's a little bit of a hypocrite.
There's really not a lot you can do to avoid hypocrisy as a human being. I know Paul beat Tyson last night. I know. Kind of exactly what I said, right? Paul Stradamus strikes again. With that one, there was no psychic call involved. It was just, watching Jake Paul forever, or at least being aware of him.
And just, assuming a straight fight, someone that's 30 years younger is going to win eventually.
Yep.
If they're equally trained.
If you had to choose between therapy or getting absolutely wasted, what would you pick? Banning you.
I can't believe people expected you guys to react to the fight. Like, Netflix would just be cool with you guys playing the fight on YouTube or something.
People are stupid. Some people will start streams where they are watching it and they assume that you have it open on another tab so you can watch along with them, and they do like live reactions to it. So I think that's what a lot of people wanted us to do, but that just sounds fucking lame.
Plus, it was buggy as shit on Netflix, apparently.
Was it?
Yeah. A lot of buffering, pixelating.
They just don't have their live shit down, huh?
Yeah.
It crashed twice. Yeah. Too many people were using my damn Netflix, so I couldn't watch it. That's on you, bro. You passed out your fucking Netflix code to too many goddamn people. That's on you, bro. I would have immediately canceled. I would have changed my password, bro. You just pirated it, yeah. You and most people, I think.
People are like, oh, the fight's starting in the next minute. It's like, so?
Like, what do you want us to do about it, bro? What? Dude, there's some wild shit going on in the chat today. It's bot city do diddy down here.
Can you imagine if they said, like, guys, the tennis quarterfinals is on. You guys gonna react to that?
Yeah, dude, we're on it. Let's cancel the show. Man, my poor bastard mods are having to work so hard today. Poor bastards. Okay, I'll turn on the fucking monkey button. You guys just can't. Too many dum-dums. Here, dum-dums must now subscribe and wait a solid minute, crisscross applesauce, before they can say their dumb shit. I don't know why you guys forced me to do this shit, but it must happen.
You guys gonna react to Manitoba's quarterfinal curling competition?
Yes! Let's do it. Women's volleyball finals, though. We're gonna miss the volleyball finals. Don't say stop smoking. Paul doesn't take kindly to that. Paul doesn't take kindly to people giving him unsolicited advice. I didn't start a stream today to get unsolicited advice. So anybody has unsolicited advice, they're just gonna get clipped. A clip of you saying, "Are you retarded, sir?" in a calm voice now is a staple in my Discord. Cool. Paul clips in your Discord. I like it. Why did you stop vaping? I don't know.
Can't get no good vapes in Cali no more.
I know why I don't vape in Cali. Tell you that goddamn much. What are the sports where the women are dressed hot as fuck? That's what I want to know. Most of them, right?
You guys have done jump ass 1 and 2. A lot of pole vaulting.
Yep. Jump ass, pole vaulting, long jumping, high jumping, sprinting, I guess. You know, beach volleyball. Yeah, jump ass.
They tend to have women's uniforms be pretty short and form-fitting.
They do.
In athletics.
They do.
Like, I think can't remember, one of the Williams like got in trouble for wearing a pantsuit or like a full body suit instead of a skirt.
Oh, damn.
Cat suit, not pantsuit. Cat suit.
Opinion on last night's fight? None. It was fake. It was a pre-planned media event. Paul, is that your wife in the background? Why doesn't she come on stream? Because she doesn't want to.
It's also, one phone. I don't want to be like all up in Paul's business all
Yeah,
day.
we'd have to share a seat. Well, she can come on if she wants, but she doesn't. For real, how could Paul beat Tyson? He's fucking half his age. That's how it happens.
And I assume they're not trying to make a giant investment in fucking Tyson's career at this point.
Where could it possibly go?
It was a fun thing to bring him back one more time, but
Yeah, let Jake Paul beat the fuck out of an old man, etc., etc., etc. I know you don't like Trump, but I have a question. When and if the stuff you say is going to happen doesn't, will you say you were wrong if you are?
What'd you even say was gonna happen?
Yeah, I think you might have the wrong guy. My call on Trump is that this 4 years of Trump is going to be a lot like the first 4 years of Trump. Not a whole lot of substance is going to get done. There's going to be a lot of infighting, a lot of finger pointing and blaming the fucking cabinet, a lot of leaks from inside the fucking White House, a lot of embarrassing faux pas. You know what I mean? Like you might have the wrong guy.
Kind of hard to say that like your prediction of the status quo is going to be proven wrong by something.
Yeah, I really try not to make those kind of like crystal ball type predictions. Like anytime you hear a prediction out of me, it's based on a thought process at the very least, right? I'm not just picking a coin flip. All right, the reason that I said that Kamala Harris was going to lose for years, by the way, or that Biden was going to lose before he stepped down for years, wasn't because I just like had a hunch, wanted to make a call. It was my experience in watching and living through electoral cycles that let me know that there was no way that she was going to win. There was no way that Biden was going to win. Right? And I was thoroughly reamed out by people for calling that. For saying that, honestly. Like, I don't think Biden can win. I think we need to replace Biden. I was called a fucking fascist for that. Then it happened, right? And everybody celebrated, and I said, fuck, it's worse now. Like, she's gonna lose worse than Biden probably would have. And sure enough, she dropped a massive, massive electoral loss. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Like, those are not crystal ball calls. Those are not me just getting lucky. That's me paying attention for the last 6 electoral cycles and calling it. Calling it like I sees it, right? I keep hearing people in the mainstream dim media using the term heir apparent, which is a terrible term to use if you want to appeal to working class voters. Yeah. I tend to agree, Skeptic's analysis. The assassination attempt was the defining moment of that campaign, and I don't think that the Democrats had it in them to overcome that. Everybody tried to pretend they'd forgotten about it or that it wasn't going to matter, right? But ultimately, I think you're absolutely right. I think the momentum turned there and never stopped.
I mean, it's not like he kept bringing it up endlessly at the very end.
He didn't have to.
Yeah, it's like people aren't gonna forget that.
No. That was, and look, dude, I'm not a fucking Republican guy. That was one of the most historically amazing events in American history. A presidential candidate giving a stump speech is almost killed on the stump, has his ear fucking clipped, blood all down his face. He stands up, he pumps his fist. That, you can't, there's literally nothing you can do, right, to overcome that moment in people's minds. Sorry. You could do 1,000,000 commercials. You could do 1,000,000 rallies and not get that pop, right? So what the Dems had to do was win on policy. They had to win on, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to change the country, and they didn't do that. They didn't give you any of that. It was orange man bad, orange man bad, orange man bad, all the way down the line, and it lost hilariously and obviously.
We're gonna have the same border policy, but he sucks at it more.
Right.
That was a literal campaign ad on Kamala Harris's channel that the Democrats were stronger on the border.
Yep. It's like, okay. Democrats don't seem to try anymore. So have you heard the term controlled opposition? Because if you haven't, you should probably look up controlled opposition, because that's exactly what the Democrats are. The Democrats exist to pretend that there's an opposition to a constant right-wing shift, right? But when it comes time for them to actually fight it or roll it back, they just never get it done. The parliamentarian didn't have the votes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right?
I don't remember if you guys covered the story yesterday or not, but I pulled one. The ExxonMobil CEO saying that he wants us to stay in the Paris Climate Accords. Kind of tells you how useless that is.
Unbelievable.
He basically just said, like, it's really annoying having the rules go back and forth. Can we just stay in the Paris Climate Accords?
Yeah.
Because all they really do is just, the only mandate of the Paris Climate Accords is just to report accurate numbers and say you're going to do something.
It's good cover. Controlled opposition. You never thought of that? Oh, well, I need to start talking about it more then. I do. I really like, one of the blind spot, maybe not blind spots, but one of the negative parts of my criticism is that I have not underlined the term controlled opposition enough. I presume that people understand what that means. But that is exactly what the Dems are. They're controlled opposition. Another way to put that would be false opposition, right? They pretend to oppose the paradigm, but ultimately they're just there to short up.
When you're talking about the Overton window, that's how the controlled opposition comes into play. They don't roll back what apparently was supposedly this horrible decision.
Yep.
Most of Trump's tariffs weren't rolled back from his 2016 term.
None of his border policy was rolled back. It was expanded upon. They continued to dump tax money into the wall. The tax cuts weren't rolled back. None of it, right? So everything that Trump did in his first 4 years was codified and reified by the Democrats over the last 4 years, and now Trump's back. So basically, like the Jake Paul and Tyson fight, well, yeah, I mean, nothing's real anymore, right? You would think that those are two different subjects, but they really aren't. Look at how many people bought into the fact that they actually were going to fight when they didn't. Look at how many people tuned in for that. People don't have the ability to critically analyze reality anymore. And reality and truth has been so abused that, that coupled with everything I talk about, the illiteracy numbers in this country, people just can't process it anymore. But it's there, right? It's there to process. But I don't know, man. I don't think I've got it all figured out. I'm not trying to sit here and act like I know every answer or whatever. I'm really not an intelligent enough guy to give you like political prescriptions out to fucking 10 years from now and shit. But when it comes to this game, the electoral game, the electoralism game, the politics game in this country, I know my shit. I know my shit. We love RFK. Get the poison out of our food. I hope he does. I hope that RFK does some of the shit that he says he's going to do. Like banning all of these additives and preservatives and shit that are completely and utterly illegal in other countries because they're known carcinogens. I hope he does that shit. I really do. I can set aside my fucking politics and say, like, that sounds great. You know what I mean? That sounds wonderful. It sounds like, yeah, bringing America up to speed on like food additives that cause cancer and shit being out of our food. Yeah, I want that. You know what I mean? Hope he's not an anti-vaxxer though. Seems like he's gonna be. Seems like he's gonna be. His rhetoric is definitely anti-vax. Yellow number 5, red number 5 is another one. There's all these like food coloring additives and preservatives and shit that's in our food that have long for decades been banned overseas because they are known to cause cancer, and we're just eating it all up. I'm fine with that. I hope he does that shit. I do. I mean, I think you're probably right. It'll get a tap on the shoulder from our food producers, and that'll be that. I think you're probably right. But if it isn't, I'm going to celebrate it. It's nice. It's my favorite food. It's tough to answer that, man. Like, my mom's enchiladas are like the greatest thing in the world, and I haven't had those in forever. And that's one of the reasons I would break my my pescatarian streak. I'd eat some mom's enchiladas if she made them up. You know, you can't say no to those. Would I ever run in politics? Nope. Do you think that the internet can make anything or anyone viral, considering Hawk Tuah got famous? Yeah. Yeah. It could happen to you. You could be just walking around one day, you could fart, that fart could go viral, and you'd be Mr. Fart Face for the rest of your life, you know? Oh, she's ultra famous, dude. Ultra rich right now. She's got fucking money coming out of her little fucking hillbilly ass. Hawk Tuah ain't no industry plant, bro. She's trying to sue the dude that made the original Hawk Tuah video. Do y'all know that? She wants to own that video. She thinks that that video is hers. And she's suing the dude that fucking made that video and uploaded it so that she can own it. She ain't no industry plant. She's a little hillbilly that got a fucking viral moment and decided to capitalize on it. Hawk Tuah is a psyop. She might be. I don't know. He gave her her career. He lifted her up out of obscurity, gave her a career, but she wants to own that moment so that she can use it to market. She wants to be able to show that video without paying him any money and use it for her intro. You put Hawk Tuah on that thing. You know what I mean? She wants to be able to show that and not have to pay that guy. And so she's going to sue him, right? She's going to tie him up in court. She's got all the money. What up, Paul? You looking good? Thanks. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay today. Ooh, that's a mean sounding engine that just fired up. This is how I like the chat to go. I know that monkey button, man. That monkey button is every single second of the day, man. It's perfect. Yeah, you don't need 50 question marks, homeboy. Rust bucket truck engine? I don't know, man. That sounded kind of meaner. I want to see if homeboy revs. Because that sounds mean back there, bro. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is sounded mean when it came on. It had that, you know, when they start a fucking engine and you get that, it had that. No, I did not watch the lame ass fight yesterday. I was live when that fight was going on. It kind of sounds like a muscle, yeah. Like, dude, that's what it gave me. It might not be that, but it sounds like an old Corvette, bro. The shit coughed, yeah. Sounds like an old Vet or maybe like an old Stang. Old prickle bush is here, yeah. Shall we get high? I think we shall. Sound like a newer Challenger or Camaro. Could have been. Two things I could tell you right there. Aspirated and at least a 6. Sounded more like an 8 to me. So we're talking about an aspirated V8 probably over there. So Challenger could be. Demon could be. It just doesn't feel like Christmas when the mummers aren't here, said that withered old grandma as she sat in her chair. I'm thinking it's an older car, and the reason for that is our friend is letting the car warm itself up, right? This is something that you kind of need to do for a car. For an older V6 or an older V8, you crank it up and you let that engine get up to heat. You don't just like start it and get on the road. And so he's letting that car heat up. And from that, I'm thinking we got ourselves an older car. I'm thinking this is not, yeah, on the newer cars don't need that as much. I mean, he could just be letting the fucking heat warm up on the inside, you know, while he gets ready. It doesn't, just the fact that he's letting it sit and warm up and idle doesn't mean that it's an older car. But if we're making guesses, that's the direction I'm guessing. The electricity and timings on new cars are better, bro. Electric cars are kind of better, ain't they? Like, I drive a almost 400 horsepower SUV, dual electric motor SUV. And I've never felt anything like that. I've driven some fucking badass cars, and I've never ever felt acceleration like that and smoothness like that. So not super noisy at all. I mean, that my car, when it's going from 0 to 60 in fucking like 6 seconds, sounds like this. It's like, oh, okay. It's the dual motor thing. So the front, it's all-wheel drive, the car that I have, all-wheel drive, and the front and back have independently linked motors. So they're twin-linked electric motors that put all the power to the wheels immediately, right? It's just fucking crazy. Even the baseline model of the car that I have has some fucking oomph, but the one that I got, I mean, you're talking about me driving a 2-ton car that has 400 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in 6. You only hit your bowl once? I'm gonna hit my bowl multiple times. I'm spacing it out. You gotta enjoy the journey. Okay? You gotta enjoy the journey. Plus, I am smoking this, which means that like one pull on this would probably put your dick in the dirt, right? This is California fucking top shelf moon rock shit. Blueberry cobbler, what do we got there? THC, 58.9%. It's fucking crazy, bro. One hit of those would probably put you on the moon. I might need a few more hits. We'll see. No, it's, dude, they call it the European breakfast. I call it a California breakfast, right? So European breakfast, coffee, cigarette, right? California breakfast, coffee, cigarette bowl, or coffee, cigarette joint. $58. Now, of course, you can't get those types of numbers with just straight flour, right? This is all like concentrates and all that shit. Yeah, retarded. I get a cereal bowl bong thing, and it's not as cool as I thought it would be. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. There's a lot of really like cool looking, excuse me, pipes and bongs, but they're not very functional. They get gross. They get like, you know what I mean? They get gummed up easily. Sometimes you just want something normal and easy. My bong is retardedly good, and I never use it. I feel so bad, dude. I've got like not a huge shotgun bong that's like 3 feet or something, but I've got a desktop bong that is just like absolutely fucking beautiful, and I've never used it. It just sits. Because I hate cleaning bongs, bro. I hate it with a fucking red hot fiery passion. I hate it. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Humana, humana, humana. Fly me to the moon and let me play amongst the stars. In other words, please be true. Yeah, Frank Sinatra's a vibe, dude. So the package I have from Cali says 89.2 THC. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put you up on weed game, okay? And this is coming from a dude that knows. The maximum, and we are talking absolute tippy-top maximum, that flower can express in terms of THC percentage. So if you've got, right? If you've got top shelf Cali flower, thanks for the money, I guess. You're looking at about 29 to 30%. Okay? And that's as high as it can go. The plant cannot support terpenes beyond about 29%. So if you have a package and what you're smoking is just flower and it says something like 60% on it or something, they're just lying to you. It's just fake, right? California doesn't allow them to lie to you. So what you have is probably not California. Now, if you have like, if you're doing a vape cart, that's different, right? Those can be pure, right? You can get up into the 60s, 70s, 80s with vape cart. Keep paying me, dude. You're welcome here as long as your dumb ass doesn't pipe up without money attached to it, bro. You think you're not welcome here? You can just chill, bro. Keep dumping that money. It just depends. Yeah, if you've got flour and they're saying it's 80% or something, think about that. Right? It's impossible. That means it has no leaves, no stems, right? There's nothing in it but just pure wheat. That doesn't pure terp. So yeah, you probably just got false packaging or whatever. It's very common for people to think they've got Cali Pack is what they call it, right? I got that Cali Pack. And then you look at their weed, and not only is it substandard, but it's labeled completely fucking fantasy. You see it all the time, right? People are not aware that companies, because they assume that like companies have to be truthful like they do on like food packaging or whatever, right? And the law when it comes to weed just isn't there, right? California enforces. Like California requires you to accurately label your weed. So you can see every piece of weed that you buy in California at a shop is going to have this labeling. California licensing number, THC percentages, CBD percentages, and total terps. All of that shit has to be on your package when you buy it in California, right? And it has to be accurate. There's a licensing number on there, and these things are tested. Yeah, it has to be on your flower in Cali. Yep, terps and grow quality. Yep. What? Did you think you might have pooped in your pants, maybe? You think that might have been it? I've Australian 25% medical weed, 1/3 of a joint. My weak ass out for 12. Yeah, I mean, good weed is good weed, right? But Australians pay rent weekly? Really? The fuck is that? Weed is weed to me. I don't care. I like hybrids. I like indicas. I like sativas. I'm smoking right now is a sativa dominant hybrid. We love it. We take those. Yeah, weekly rent. That's some bullshit. I guess it probably just works like it does here, though. Like, you know, I've got my rent tied to my bank account, so it just comes out on the 1st or whatever the fuck and goes. So probably just set it up that way, right? Just weekly. $100, $100, whatever it is. I get my weed from the res. They lie about terps and sell it in Ziploc bags, but it's good shit, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that here. There's a lot of reservation weed, and they don't have to follow the California rules, yeah. Jesus. Oh, man. I'm high. It happened. It happened. I'm high. I own a house, so I'm good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dum-dum button is off. Dum-dum button is off. The skibbities are released. Now that they've calmed their shit, we turn the dum-dum button off and see what happens. Hold on to your butts. Lambo Linguini? Chaos reigns. Their arrows will blot out the sun. Well, then we shall fight in the shade, shall we? Riz L? Kiddo. Young man, sir. There's a couple spots you could sun your buns in now, bud. You want to sun your buns? Go find a sunny spot. Sun your buns. Oh, there you go. That's a sunny spot. Sun them buns. Blim blim. Is it cold where you are? It's pretty cold, yeah. It's not like frozen, but I could do with a thicker jacket right now. My little Nirvana jacket is not doing much, you know. This is more like a windbreaker kind of situation, and I could probably have a whole ass coat on. Hazy D. Hazy, lazy D. Sun and knee buns on the poach. Dirty, dusty D. From the salty sea. Hazy, lazy D. Cheesy, wheezy D. How do I respond to those telling me I chose geopolitical social issues over my country for refusing to buy into the lesser of two evils argument? You can ask them. This is a good one. If you're actually having a conversation with a person, you can ask them how their prescriptions have played out in American history over the last 50 years, and ask them to explain how the lesser of two evils has done anything to protect anybody in this country for the last 50 years. And we'll see what they say. At that point, I think it's fair to do a knowledge check. Are you aware of the outcroppings of what you say we should do? Are you aware of it? E-collar? Yeah. He's got it's a little tracker on him. He and his brother have it. And it's just for our peace of mind. He really doesn't need it. Like, Dinor won't go anywhere that I don't go. He's not a wandering man. But Cricket, our cat, he's kind of obsessed with the outside. He doesn't necessarily, like, as soon as he gets outside, he tends to freeze up. But we're just scared one day he'll slip past us. And so those little collars, you keep them charged. And they beep at you when your animal leaves your house, basically. Like, so if Dinor were to wander away from the front porch and across the street, my phone would blow up, Amelia's phone would blow up, the GPS would kick on, and we'd be able to follow it right to him. Yeah, it's a peace of mind thing. And like I said, he doesn't really need it, but I asked another YouTuber I mod for that very question when she was scared above the election results, but she just got mad at me and I didn't get a straight answer. That's because most of them don't know. That's why I think that the knowledge check is valid, because most of the people that are telling you vote for the lesser of two evils, support the Democrats, yeah, they suck, 99% Hitler, all of that shit, right? Most of the people that are telling you that have no idea what the political consequences of that type of voting are in this country. They can't tell you, right? And so it's incumbent upon you, if you want to have that conversation, number one, learn that, right? Find out what happened since the 80s, right? You know, people are going to get mad when you expose gaps, right? It's one of the things that, like, you know, I don't mean to invoke his fucking unholy name, but Vosh, when he was on our show, right, I was trying to explain to him over and over again that I've seen this Democratic Trojan horse a million fucking times. If you don't vote for the world's going to end, if you don't vote for the Democrat, and all they do is solidify the Republican fucking policy from before, right? And this is something that is just inarguable. There's no argument you can make, right? And a lot of those people either don't know that or functionally ignore it in favor of making an emotional argument. Seems to be the way it works anyway. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. And we have been running on 100% fear-based politics for 12 years now. Think about that. Fear. 12 years worth of fear. Fear is the mind killer and the little death that brings total obliteration. You're supposed to face your fear and allow it to pass over and through you, right? And when you turn to look at its path, only you will remain. Do you understand? That's what Orange Man gonna destroy the world, Orange Man gonna fire up the camps, Orange Man gonna fucking genocide the queers. That's what it leads to. You see? Fear shrinks the amygdala. Oh, there you go. 12 years of nothing but fear. Have you got solar panels and a Prius? No Prius, though. You wouldn't catch me dead in a fucking Prius, homeboy. Any good book recommendations? Yeah, A People's History of the United States by, what's his name? Who wrote People's History again? Fuck, I'm forgetting his name. People's History of the United States. If you like sci-fi, The Three Body Problem, Howard Zinn, thank you. Howard Zinn wrote that one. Yeah. You could do Daniel Quinn, Ishmael. That's a life-changing book and a very easy read, too. It'll give you, well, it could give you a different perspective on your existence. I'm in Pennsylvania and I voted Trump. Good for you. Everybody hates you right now. You're the boogeyman right now. A woman who voted Trump in Pennsylvania. Oh, shit. Not everyone, lol. Smart people don't hate her. Trump guys, you guys need to fucking bring it down. Bring it down just a hair, okay? I know you guys are a raw nerve, okay? But we got to keep it. You got to keep our heads about us, okay? Keep your wits about you. Dune Prophecy starts tomorrow. Yeah, I saw a preview for that when I went to the movies a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was happening. And it's HBO Max, so I'd have to get HBO Max again, which kind of sucks. I think I'll wait until the first season of it is done, and I'll see if it looks like it's worth checking out. All right, it's not time for everyone to share their state and voting shit. It isn't? I love the beard, brother. Of course you do. Who doesn't? This hairstyle makes a lot of people very uncomfortable. You want to know why? I'm going to point at it. It forces them to stare at it, and they can't look away. Why do you think old, like, kings and ambassadors and admirals and shit used to wear this? Because it's an immediate disarm, right? You walk up to somebody and you're like, hey, check it. Look, it's there. Oh, yeah, it's there. You can't look away. Why do the Yankees always win? Because they can't take their eyes off the pinstripes. Does this count as a nunt? Have you ever seen a vagina? What do you think? What do you think? I'm sure you've at least seen a picture of one, Elijah. What do you think? You know what this is? It's a neck sack. That's the word, that's the term you're looking for. A neck sack. Balchinian. Throatum. A throatum. I like, okay, that's the winner. That's the winner so far, the throatum. The throatum, dude. What the fuck, bro? The pot of greed does have a neck sack, dude. Yeah, that's my mating thing. I go. You see how the neck sack inflates? It's a mating display. Throatum, dude. I know, dude. Boss nass, yeah, I'm a little boss nassish. You know what I mean? A little bit. Got a hair of that boss nass. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I guess Alex Jones filed an injunction and got the onion purchase postponed. Man, you can't keep out. They just need to let Alex Jones do his thing. All right, I don't agree with Alex Jones on most of his shit, but they just need to let that motherfucker be crazy because they keep trying to stop him, and he just keeps getting crazier. Just let Alex Jones be crazy, okay? We need one crazy guy in the world. Let him be the one. Why didn't Mike Tyson knock out Jake Paul? Because it was a fake fight, bro. It was a fake fight that was designed to get Jake Paul a little more credibility while preserving the honor of the old fucking champion Mike Tyson, right? That's what it was. And it exactly did that. Just give Alex a glass box on Times Square where he can say, yeah. So excited for the time that fight is so far behind us that I don't have to hear about it anymore. It'll only be a couple of days. Stuff like that just doesn't stick around culturally. It was boring. It was lame. Today and maybe tomorrow, people will be rapidly discussing it. And then after that, it'll just disappear. Nobody will be talking about it. Whoa. That was cool. I love it when the birds take off. Yeah, that is a cool shirt, huh? This one was a gift from Peyton. Peyton, a longtime friend of the show, gave me this at a meetup. Gave me a stack of cool shirts. And for a long time, I couldn't wear them because they were, I was too fat. But now all these shirts fit me and then some. So, I can put back on the Beetlejuice shirt. And this jacket, too. This, Nirvana hoodie. I haven't been able to wear this in years. I've unlocked all of the clothes I was saving in my closet because I was too fat to wear them. Old clothes unlocked. Cool. Paul, what Sopranos character are you most like if you could live in that universe? I don't really try and put myself in these kind of shows and stuff. I haven't really thought about it. What do you guys think? What energy am I giving from the Sopranos to you guys? Bobby? Bacala? Yeah, I could see a little Bacala in me. But isn't Bacala a little too quiet though? I like Bacala a lot. I think he's one of the best characters, but is he a little bit too quiet to be a Paul? Because Bacala just kind of was very quiet, right? Very kind of subdued character. I don't know, man. What else? Who else am I giving? What about AJ? A little bit. I think I give a little bit of AJ. What do you think? I could see myself being a little AJ. Oh, you gotta see Sopranos, Ruby. It's a guaranteed win. Big pussy? I can see it. "40 crows." Cool. I love a murder of crows. The place I lived at before this had 2 gigantic old eucalyptus trees in the backyard. And there were a whole group of crows that would just live up there. Because it was the highest point for miles and miles around. So they roosted up there and it was fucking crazy, man. Imagine this, but instead of tweet, 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 right? It's oh, oh, oh. It was awesome. I loved it. Yeah, I feel like I was an AJ when I was younger. I could have been pretty close to AJ when I was younger, maybe. I mean, everybody wants to like say they give Tony Soprano. I don't really think I have that kind of fucking machismo. So it's not that. I don't know if there's a character that's a Paul in that show. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's a Paul analog in that show. Personality wise, you could do Ralph. You talk too much and always reference movies. But you're so I'm like a Bobby Ralph mix. Silvio? Nah. Silvio was too like into his grooming. Like Silvio was too like fresh to like look at me, bro. I rolled out of bed, bro. I barely dragged a brush through this hair. Nah, Silvio wouldn't be caught dead sitting like looking like a homeless guy. Silvio had too much. He had the grooming. You know what I mean? Carmela? Nah. Carmela's whole kind of arc was, right, that her conscience wasn't strong enough, right? Carmela's arc is brilliant in the show, right? Because she comes to this point in the show where she gets all overwhelmed with how much murder and mayhem is going on in her family and how she benefits from that. And she makes the choice, right, to ignore that and continue being a rich bitch on blood money, right? I would never do that, right? My conscience is too fucking bleh. So I don't think I could do Carmela. What about Polly? You know what? I'll be honest with you. I think I give Polly. Not in the same exact way, not looks wise. Attitude wise, maybe. Salty, kind of like standoffish and defensive. Has some weird fucking beliefs, you know? Like some weird superstitions. I might give a little Polly. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Paulie's always got a story to tell. He'll tell you the same story 90 fucking times. It's a little bit of Paulie. I don't know why I brushed over him. But there's a little Paulie in there, I think. Which makes sense. He's a Paul, I'm a Paul. Pauls do kind of fucking fit a mold, in my opinion. Hesh? Oh. Whoa. Okay. And furthermore, okay. You see what I mean? Jesus. It happened. That full body tingle, man. You can't buy that anywhere else, bro. It happened. Uncle June? Nah. Nah, I don't give June. Once again, too much machismo. I don't really have the machismo. Oh, D. Dirty, dusty D. Ooh. Here you go, baby. Ugh. Yeah, dude. Let me pick up the nunchucks, dude. Yeah, it's really good for your back flexibility, apparently. Yeah, let me be a nunchuck master. Sure, why not? I'm gonna pass on the nunchucks. I think I'd end up braining myself with a nunchuck. You can't have that. Well, I think like as we explore the question, right, it becomes obvious why that show is so good because you can see a little bit of yourself in pretty much every character, right?
Would you like out, sir?
He's had his brekkie. Now he wants to sun his buns.
The sun's over here, D.
There you go. Sun your buns. Who would TJ and Scotty be? I think Scotty is Ralph. Scotty is Ralphie, dude. Ralphie gives Scotty. I don't know about TJ. If you could have any prop from a movie, which would it be? Good question.
We talked about a lot of stolen ones recently.
Dude, I cannot believe that every major prop from
Indiana
Raiders of the
Jones.
Lost Ark were stolen. Indy's whip, stolen. The idol, stolen. The fucking Ark of the Covenant, stolen. You gotta be joking. All three of the main props of the fucking classic movie stolen. If I could have any movie prop ever, right? So you're talking about no limitations. I could have, if it was used in a movie as a prop in a movie, I get it, right? The only answer for me is the Alien Queen. Give me that bitch. Give me the whole Alien Queen rig, the full-sized one. And I will put it up in a pose. Yeah, that's gotta be the coolest one, right?
How big was the prop?
It was life-sized.
So like it would have to be like in a
It would
whole
be-
room with a high ceiling.
It would have to have its own display room.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or like it'd have to be
Or-
in a big giant kind of space.
like a shed or something.
Like an aircraft hangar or something, yeah. Because, yeah, they made a full-sized puppet for her that was as it appeared in the movie in size. The Gandalf staff, I mean, honestly, like, some of those would be cool, but, like, who would know it? You know what I mean?
Get a replica and
Yeah. You can't get a replica full-sized Alien Queen nowhere unless you're a billionaire and have somebody make it for you, right?
I would go for the animatronic, not Griffin. It's the big bird horse thing.
Oh, the dead, the evil-looking horses that are good.
Yeah.
You want one of those?
And not like the undead ones. I'm talking about like the bird head and the horse body.
That's a griffin.
Oh, it is a griffin. Okay.
Yeah, that's a griffin with the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, bird head, horse body, wings. You would want the full animatronic griffin.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What about that big giant animatronic triceratops, the sick triceratops? What about the full-sized T-Rex? They built that T-Rex, that whole ass T-Rex, full sized. Yeah, I mean, you're a girl. Girls don't like dinosaurs. Girls don't appreciate dinosaurs. Jaws' cobalt teeth from James Bond. Yeah, that some James Bond stuff would be cool. That golden gun, Scaramanga's golden gun got stolen. Come on, man.
Hippogriff. It's not a griffin.
Hippogriff.
That's what I'm.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Because hippo is horse in Greek.
Hippogriff. Okay, got it. Yeah, hippogriff. My grandpa won a giant Spider-Man 2 promotional statue around the time the movie came out. It took up most of the space in his garage. That's cool. Odd Jobs hat. So that's another one of those that, like, how are you going to know, though? You know what I mean? If I'm going to get any prop ever, I'm going big, bro. I'm going big. You know? Give me the miniature, the full-size macro miniature that they used for the Imperial Star Destroyer in the opening scene of A New Hope, the one that flies past the rebel ship, you know what I mean? Or the one that flies after the rebel ship. That was a giant macro miniature that they made and filmed. That would be dope to have. The whole fucking thing. That'd be cool. The original macro miniature for the Death Star. That'd be cool.
What about the macro miniature for that Star Trek movie? That whole base.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the big floating base thing. The big space base thing. Yeah, that would be cool. That'd fill a whole ass room, probably. Wonder if the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park look as rough as the 90s Ninja Turtles. Yeah. That rubber and silicone degrades. That's part of the problem with these types of props, right? Probably the same thing would be true of the Alien Queen as well. She was probably made mostly with like silicone, rubber, and that type of stuff. Like,
you gotta keep it very temperature controlled, humidity controlled.
Yeah, they would have to have her in a vault and all that. It just sucks. Yeah, the old '89 Batmobile would be dope. That's a good one. That's a good one because you can't fucking you can't deny how iconic that was. The '60s Batmobile too would be dope to have. Absolutely, the double bubble. Yeah, the double bubble Batmobile with Batman and Robin. Yeah. But that '89 one, no, dude, that's the most iconic Batmobile. Can we get real with it? That Batmobile is the best Batmobile. The Tim Burton '89 Batmobile.
Apparently they have 3 animatronic hippogriffs they made for the movie. One standing, one rearing, and one laying down.
Damn. Which one would you want?
Maybe the rearing one.
That's the craziest one, right?
They individually inserted every feather.
That's nuts. That's nuts. I don't have a watch on today. We're naked. I didn't feel like putting one on today. It's too cold. I was like, I don't want cold metal against my skin today. The Tim Burton Batmobile had the frame and engine of a Corvette. Yeah. It was cool. That's a dope ass fucking car, dude. I would like that car. That was the worst. One of the worst parts about the new Dark Knight series was the Batmobile was just so stupid looking. Looks like a fucking Cybertruck or something. It's just awful.
This Aragog would be cool too. They made a whole animatronic for him too.
Oh, they did? The giant spider guy? That would be good. You prefer the '60s Batmobile? It is good. 60s Batmobile is cool. Yeah, the original Pumpkinhead would be cool. Yeah, that's true. You got me there. The original Pumpkinhead could be cool. Maybe the original Lament configuration. That'd be kind of cool to have. The OG Lament configuration.
It's the most absurd movie gun that you'd want.
The tooth gun from fucking whatchamacallit. What's that Cronenberg movie? Strange Days? No, wrong one. There's a Cronenberg movie where the guy assembles a gun from chicken bones on his plate and it fires teeth. I'm trying to remember the name of that fucking movie, but that's the craziest gun in a movie. Yeah, he assembles it out because it's like a virtual reality movie. So he assembles a gun out of chicken bones on his plate and it fires human teeth. It was nuts. Existence, that's the one. Yeah. The gun from Existence. Yeah. That's a Cronenberg gun, bro. It's like a bio gun. It was so cool. That's the wildest gun, man. Was there a wilder gun used in a movie? There have been some wild guns. But the fucking chicken bone gun from Existence, bro? Come on.
We haven't seen enough Cronenbergs, I don't think. I would totally make my mind up on them.
Well, which ones have we not seen?
So I haven't seen Stereo, Shivers, Rabid, Fast Company, The Broods, or Scanners.
Not all of those are really worth watching. I'm going to be honest with you. The Brood is cool. Scanners kind of sucks.
Yeah. Haven't seen Existence, Crash.
Existence and Crash are both worth watching. We should see those.
M. Butterfly, Spider, History of Violence.
History of Violence is worth watching.
Dangerous Method, Eastern Promises.
Eastern Promises, we watched.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we watched, because remember, it's the one with the guy that's, he's a Russian mob guy, but he's actually like, did we watch that together?
I don't recall.
It's got the main guy that's Gandalf, or not Gandalf, he's Aragorn in the fucking Lord of the Rings. I thought we watched Eastern Promises together, but I guess not. The one where the girl finds the the girl finds the diary and then yeah.
So I guess we did watch that.
We watched that. That's a great movie, by the way. Yeah.
Dangerous Method, Cosmopolis, Map of the Stars. I guess he had one this year called The Shrouds.
And then what was that one? Wasn't that a Cronenberg movie? The fucking
Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future. Yeah. Did we watch that?
We did.
We did. Yeah. Okay. I liked that movie a lot, but it's a very like disturbing film to watch.
But yeah, it seems like I've watched most of just like one era, like from Videodrome to Naked Lunch. I saw that whole block.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people like that's a lot of his most well-regarded movie. Although, like a lot of the ones you mentioned are so yeah, we'll have to go on a Cronenberg fest.
Although I think Dead Ringers is one that probably not as many people have seen.
Dead Ringers is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
That movie was great.
Yeah, we just did it on like a hunch. We're just like,
Yeah, throw it on.
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons and Dead Ringers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest roles ever. Well, two of the greatest roles ever, I guess. Have you seen Love Lies Bleeding? Isn't that just like a lyric from a 90s song? Love lies bleeding. That is a lyric from a 90s song.
I'm surprised the Shrouds got so little like push, because that was one that he came out with this year and I hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah. Dude, you got to get up way earlier in the morning than Dixon Myaz, dude. Who do you think you're looking at, bro? You really think you're gonna cruise in here and get me with a Ligma? Dixon Myaz, bro? You think I'm gonna fucking bite on that? You think I'm gonna bite on Dixon Myaz? Come on, bro. I feel disrespected. You stepped up in my fucking backyard and tried to Dixon Myaz on me, dude. Oliver Closeoff, is that one next? Is that one next? Mike Hunt? Which one are you gonna get me with? Come on, bro. Throw them all at me. Dixon Myaz. What do I look like to you, sir? Yeah, I.C. Wiener, yeah.
Okay, I guess it hasn't been theatrically released. It's only been, like, film festival released, so we got that to look forward to.
Oh.
Early next year, the Shrouds with Cronenberg.
Cool. So it's not out. That explains why we didn't hear about it.
Yeah, like, it went out on a film festival, but we don't really follow the film festival circuit.
Yeah, huge erection. Yeah, huge erection. IP freely. Give them, yeah, dude. You're going to nail me with them all. Amanda Hug and Kiss. Yep. Amanda Hug and Kiss. I remember that one. Can you spell I-cup? Spell I-cup. I-C-U-P. Haywood Jablomi. Good one. Good one. Sugandis, Ligandis. You know, all of them. I know them all, man. You fucking do me dirty coming in here trying to get me with Dixon Myaz, bro. Jack Mehoff. Yep. Yep. Phil McCracken. Yeah. Join the Pin 15 Club. Yep. We got that one too. Bro, I'm the generation that invented this shit. And you try to bring it to me and get me with Dixon Myaz, bro. My generation invented this shit. Okay? It came out of my generation. And you're going to get me with Dixon Myaz. Little fella. You're in the presence of a god. Okay? Jesus. Unbelievable. I'm more than a man, I'm a god. Bitch touche on guard. What it do, what it do, what it do? What is that? What kind of birds are those? Hear them?
Mm-hmm.
What goes? Rah? Is that a pterodactyl? Da-na-na, ba-na-na, da-na-na, dun-dun, dun-dun, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na, dun-dun. I don't think Amelia was very impressed with Jurassic Park.
What do you mean?
I don't think it hit the same. You know what I mean? I don't think it hit the same.
I mean, I liked it.
It was alright, right?
You thought I was gonna be like, oh man.
No. I kind of knew as soon as we started it, this is not going to hit like it hit back in 1993. And it just didn't for me either. I hadn't watched Jurassic Park in a long time, and I was just kind of like, man, there's a lot of nothing in this movie. There's a lot of bullshit in this movie that could have been not bullshit. I don't think I've watched it since I reviewed it, and my review wasn't very sunny of it.
Like, it's impressive.
Yeah, the visuals are impressive, what they did with it. Especially knowing it's like all the way back in the early 90s they were doing that shit.
I think they just like overpulled the Kids in Peril card. Like it just started to get kind of boring after a while.
Yeah, the kid shit was fucking, like, that's the worst part of it.
And then, like, everyone else that died just kind of had, like, a meh death. Like, oh, they died, you know. In, like,
I mean, I
1
liked when the
second.
lawyer got eaten off the toilet. That was pretty
But
good.
the other guy didn't even get a death scene. He just
Yeah, that's true.
disappeared and fucking they found his body.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. Yeah, the T-Rex scene is, like, unbelievable.
But yeah, I think if they had made it a little less kid-focused, it might have been a little bit more compelling.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I've seen the Planet of the Apes reboots, yeah. They're not bad. Like, we watched, which one was it? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? We wanted to go see a movie. We went and saw it, and it ended up being really fucking good. Like, we enjoyed that movie a lot. It was fun to watch. So, I'm down with the new monkey movies. I'll go see the next one. They're alright. They're doing alright with me. I never understood how the T-Rex snuck up on everyone inside of a building at the end. That was dumb. I mean, it's a cool scene because you're not expecting it. But the reason you're not expecting it is how the fuck is a T-Rex going to get through the doors without nobody noticing, you know? So it's kind of a cheap wow moment. It's still cool.
Yeah, there's like some secret hangar door that is out of frame or something.
I guess, maybe. Or it just like snuck through the double doors. Bent down all small and snuck in while nobody was paying attention, I guess. I don't know. It's a cool scene, though. They just wanted that shot where the T-Rex is roaring and the banner comes down. They wanted that fucking money shot. So they had to get the T-Rex in that building.
Next to the T-Rex skeleton.
Yeah, he destroys the skeleton, and then the banner comes down when the dinosaurs ruled the earth, and he goes, "Ah!" You know, he screams. They had to have that. So they had to get him in there. You know, so he snuck in. He snuck, okay? Stealthy T-Rex snuck in. I have not seen Penguin. I just don't want to do it because I don't care for the fucking DC universe anymore. I'm done with it. It's boring. It's like insultingly shitty. You know what I mean? Sorry, can't do it. I know a lot of people are saying, maybe I will eventually watch Penguin, but I just don't care to watch it right now. Everybody just keeps telling me, like, it's like The Sopranos, and I can guarantee you it isn't.
And also, like, we'll make a show like that, not just in Gotham City with
Right.
a fucking penguin.
Yeah. Like, I just know for an absolute fact that it doesn't even raise a candle to The Sopranos without even looking at it. And so that makes me not want to watch it. When people exaggerate how good something is, right? And they start making wild comparisons to some of the greatest things ever made, I'm just kind of like, nah.
Would you say that Breaking Bad wasn't as overhyped as you thought, or like it definitely pushed you away from watching it for a long time with how much it was being hyped?
Yeah.
But
I
do
mean,
you
it
think
was
overhyped.
I think it was overhyped.
Yeah.
I do. I think it was slightly overhyped. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. It started to drag in the last couple of seasons. Like and it definitely suffered from that, like, all right, like nobody's caught on to this yet kind of syndrome. But it was a good show. I don't think it was a shit show. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good in a lot of parts, but it definitely was overhyped from my perspective.
It was also, I think, just uncomfortable for you.
Parts of it were, yeah. Parts of it were very uncomfortable. But that doesn't necessarily make a bad thing. It's just...
It's not as pleasant.
Right. People name drop The Sopranos because they don't have any other references. I mean, that's kind of how I take it, because I can guarantee you that the Penguin doesn't hold a candle, right? But the people that are trying to get you to watch Penguin are constantly going like, oh, it's like The Sopranos, it's like The Sopranos. I can guarantee you it's not like The fucking Sopranos. It may have like shades of the Sopranos or something, but nah, no fucking way. My boy. My boyo. My little shaggy boyo. Hold on, let me tuck your chain. Tuck your chain. You don't want to get your chain snatched, so you tuck your chain.
You don't like looking at the chat.
You don't.
Dad get the good spot.
Yeah. Dad knows all the spots. I know all the itchy spots, all the scritchy spots. This feels good too. We like this. Like the face and the beard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You like it. Like the head. Like the back. Dad knows all the good spots. Got more practice than anybody getting the good spots. All right, go.
You're not done?
One more good spots. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Get your ball. It's right there. Get it. Bring in the ball. I want that ball.
No.
You dropped it.
So lazy. Just one.
One fetch. One simple little fetch. Yeah, Mom's a good thrower. She's got good aim. Has Dino ever gotten loose in the neighborhood? He doesn't really do that.
He's gotten out and then swimmed at the front door.
Yeah, he doesn't. He won't, like, so he got out through the fence once while we were living here, and he just went to the front door and
That's
sat
because
there.
our fence is like literally falling apart.
It's a piece of shit. But yeah, no, I mean, he's not the one we worry about. It's Cricket. Cricket, I think, if he got out and we didn't know it, would wander, and then, but he's got the collar, you know? You can make it beep, boop, 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 boop.
Cricket hasn't gone far the couple times he has gone out, but we can just see like a distraction making him go tear ass somewhere.
Yep.
Kitty comes running up. Bird.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah, Dino could tear ass after something too, but...
He could. He seems to be very aware when we're not around, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't take him long to realize. Cricket might get attacked by the other cats. Well, that's, you know, he's an indoor cat, and he's not prepared to fight a big fucking angry tomcat or something, so. It's funny, when he does get out, he immediately is like, like Cricket, when he gets out, he just kind of like plants. And he's like, now what do I do?
But yeah, it's not our fault. This fucking house is falling apart. The back door decided it doesn't want to shut anymore unless you deadbolt it.
Mm-hmm. It's a garbage house. They never fix anything. Nothing's ever fixed here. It just, they'll send a guy out and then he'll do a temporary fucking little blah, 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 and then it's broken the next day. and they want more money out of me this month. They want more. They want a full year out of me, and they want to bump up my fucking rent $100 or some shit.
Well, we told them we had a problem. They haven't gotten back to us. They
No.
might just let us fucking give up.
I don't think they want a fucking deal. Because they know I pay every fucking month right on time.
And putting this piece of shit on the market is
Yeah,
gonna go fast.
they know that if we leave this place, it's gonna be a fucking 2 months of them eating it while they do thousands of dollars worth of rent out of this place. It's GG for them, man.
I wanted to see if we could be suckers one more time.
Yeah, let's see if we can bleed them again. Like, no, dumb fuck. We're gonna go ahead and go by our contract that says we go month to month. Nope, I should not be a landlord. I have been a landlord, technically, in the past. I owned a condo that I rented out to other people via a management company, so. And, not my thing. Not my fucking thing. Rather not.
Now, were you renting it before you got divorced too, or no?
No. No. Well, hold on. Yes, we were, yeah. So we moved out of that into the house that we bought when we got married, and we rented that one out, yes. There is something just like some kind of old injury in the shoulder blade that just gets re-injured.
When you go in and warm up a little, you can try that ice pack.
Yeah, it does tend to help a little. I just hate it. Greetings from Poland. Goodbye, Poland. See you next time.